Alright, this is my first video, bear with me. Commentary will be a little bit lackluster, but I'm going to be showcasing my hits all season long probably. I'm going to try and get as many days in as possible. I'm in school, so bear with me if I miss a day or two. I'm using this army, Edrags, just switched to the stick horse today. It's only level 20. Other equipment, all maxed. 307 on offense, minus 197 on defense. So we got up there pretty good there in trophies. We're just gonna run through them right now. Where are we at? So this is the first base. Kind of what I'm looking at here is I see all this straight pathing with the log. So I'm just gonna rip a log there, and then we're gonna enter into this side. Only need maybe one totem here for the Super Wiz Tower, and then the air defense, and then we're gonna be popping a late ability into there. Invis Tower will be popped. So yeah, let's get into it. Fast forward here. So yeah, I think we're gonna hit the arrow on this monolith. That's all I'm really focusing on. Sending that log in. That's gonna take the mono pretty much for free. Reaction time was a little bit slow because I was deploying my drags on the totem to protect the giant, but that's okay. Minion Prince splits off a little weird, but the queen's gonna walk into that compartment, take out one of those multis, dropping the first rage. Really trying to hold that warden ability for later in the attack. We got this Giga Bomb to go through. I placed my king down at the stick horse up here. I don't know if that was the right play. I don't know if he gets that much value here. Regardless, the drags are going into the core. We don't got much to worry about back here. The long shot's kind of being a pain, but there's just a lot of troops left. Queen went down, but that multi is kind of just dangerous right there. But yeah, this is gonna end up being a 3-star. It's kind of close, but 3 is a 3 nowadays, you know. We got a couple drags left. We did pretty good there. So let's get right into the next one. Alright, let's get into the next one. We got right here. So this is a tough base for drags. Really spread out, double poison. There's just not a lot of chains on this base, so very, very lucky I had the stick horse and I had a mighty morsel, so I made it a little bit better. My plan was to send the queen up this side because there's not much damage. You don't want to send her up towards those spitters because CC 2 heroes that are dangerous, and without the king supporting her, like the normal army, it doesn't work as good. But she ends up going in towards the rest of the army, but she gets both sweepers and an air defense with that arrow. It's just spamming in the drags here. They kind of had a really bad funnel, but there's just so much dead space. We're just not going to get into that core. So you'll see why I'm happy I had the stick horse in a second. Notice there's just nothing on the left side anymore. The arrow pretty much took out everything, and that Inferno drag will get the rest. So I'm just going to place the king to go right into the core here. Drags are doing just fine up top. I think now I send in my king here. Yep, there he goes. He's gonna just go straight to that back end too. So he's just gonna clean up the rest of this base. Typically a harder base if I was using the main army with the snake bracelet. I think I probably would have failed if I had that army, so I'm very happy I had this one, but we're just going to fast forward it because there's not much left to this base. E-drags are pretty quick, so I mean, if you're not done in the first minute and a half, you probably did something wrong. Or used a flinger. But that's it for this base. We'll get right into the next one. Okay, next one. This is a common base right now. Really easy for Edrags. Flinger set up at 12, and then we're just gonna funnel at these two sides and let the drags finish out the middle. Pretty simple setup here. Nothing too fancy. This season, my goal is to get top 1,000. I finished almost top 3,000 last season. It was really close. I missed a day, so that kind of probably hurt me. But yeah, so we're just setting it up right now. We're gonna fast forward actually, because this is a pretty simple one. And then we're just gonna early rage, early tome. We don't want any of our Edrags to die here. I tried toteming for that one that died, but I rip them. This freeze is just insane value, and even with 2. The old army only had 1, so you could still do that same freeze, but it's like a second tome. This base is crushed. Coulda maybe swagged king if I tried a little bit harder, but the king's just gonna instantly clear that core. The revenge tower kinda can get a little scary, but normally you have so many totems it doesn't matter. But yeah, this one's done. Okay, next. What do we got? Double poison ring base. Just gonna set the queen up going down this side with this arrow on the air defense sweepers. We're gonna get all 4 of them right now. And then we're gonna just send the drags in from the bottom. It's a pretty simple setup. I'm pretty sure I wasn't sure what to do. I kind of just sent it. Yep. Arrow. Sent. Great arrow. Sending the drags in from the bottom. Make sure you spread your drags out enough. Probably had a little bit few too many on this bottom side. I probably should have had a little bit more up on this top side working with the minion prints. But it's okay that they're splitting like this because they're going to come back together. The queen's working just fine up top. And then we're going to be able to send the king in on the back end. And this one's going to be pretty crushed. Orb. The Smasher Rage does absolutely nothing. Great Guardian, by the way. King on the back end, he's gonna crush this. Queen's gonna die, but even with the CC getting pulled, this one's pretty crushed. Yeah, that's kind of it. We're gonna get into the next one. Okay, next one. Okay, this one, I have no idea how he hasn't set up his crafted defense. This was not a good raid. I don't think I even did it from the right or the best angle. I think I should have gone in from this top side. Just because there's 2 multis. But, these 2 scatters, they just kind of made me want to go in from this side. But I knew in the end it wouldn't be that big of a deal because, no bomb hive. That's a lot of damage missing. Just pre-pop this rage. I tried to deal with this super dragon with my inferno dragon, but I really underestimated the power of a super dragon. He cooked my inferno dragon. So I just used a totem and a baby dragon to get rid of them. Maybe that's worth it. Oh, maybe my arrow hit him too. I don't know. But we're just going to send the drags in here. Early freeze to delay the warden ability. First rage. I really think I should have gone in because the revenge tower is up there too. This back end with 2 scatters really isn't that scary. I sent the king up here just because I wanted to protect the queen for longer. But this one's pretty crushed, even with the bad plan. Yeah, I just wanted to skip through this one. It's not that impressive. There's no crafted defense. We got lucky here, but we'll get right into the next one. Okay, what do we got next? This one, yep. Okay, this is an older base. It's kind of tricky. The 3 multis in this rage setup kind of just guarantees we're going into that with our Edrags. I was thinking about I was really deciding which side to go from though. This side is a lot easier to funnel. The queen's gonna walk down, but she just doesn't get a lot of value. I think, actually no, she ends up going into the middle of this raid anyway, so that doesn't even matter. But I choose to go from this side just because, I don't have to funnel as much over here. I was kind of scared of the Edrag splitting off and kind of going up here, which would have been really bad. And both the spitters would have been facing me that way, so I just ended up going from this side. Edrags in. Probably should have spread them out a little bit better, but, it's okay. Super Wiz Tower. Make sure you totem like this so you actually do something. But these multis are just kind of scary. We're going to delay that Rage Tower as much as we can. Totem. So now these 2 are kind of not going to do anything. Witches in the CC. That's why we have the poison spell now. It's really important. Those things are a nuisance to deal with. Look at this multi doing so much damage with the spitters. Like, I just don't have it. I don't stand a chance. Definitely could have been a lot cleaner. But this is actually going to triple. The king is going to take out this compartment. I don't think I used him the best way possible, but he got what he needed to be honest. So I could get that town hall. And the rest of these troops are just going to clean up the rest of the space. It could have been a lot cleaner, but, again, a 3 is a 3. We'll get right into the next one. Alright, next one. Where are we at? Right here. Ooh, this one was crushed. Tried swagging my king on this one. I almost got it. I just ran out enough power, but I'm going to surgical. Normally I don't surgical. It's really weak. Your main army is just really weak. And if you're not on point with your spell management, you're going to lose a couple Edrags, and it's just going to be really hard to, 3-star base with only, 5 Edrags alive. But yeah, so we're just going to do the surgical here. We're going to get this entire corner. I just barely missed the multi. But there's just nothing over here to take them out, so we're going to get it all. We're going to send the queen down here from 3. Going to try and hit this back sweeper, but I miss. I just hit the air defense, and that's fine. We're going to send the drags in between the funnel we just made. And yeah, this one's going to be pretty crushed. We're going to send the Inferno Dragon in to clear this multi, because that's really being a nuisance. Totem, Revenge Tower, and the Minion Prince. And then, I think, do we freeze? Oh no, we just straight up tome. Straight through this, that's fine. If I hit that long shot, oh, this would have been so nice. Again, witches in the CC, you're going to see that a lot. They're really strong now that totems don't kill skeletons. But yeah, you can see I was pretty close to being able to swag my king here. Edrags are still really strong. Air skeleton traps aren't really that scary for him. They can still get through them. This Tesla farm is going to kill my queen, and that's why I wasn't able to swag my king. So I just send him in down here. He's going to clear out the rest of the defenses. There's nothing that this guy can do to stop this army. So yeah, we'll just speed this up and get into the next one. Nothing crazy happens. It's just taking a really long time because I tried to swag the king. But yep, we'll get right into the next one. Okay, last one. This was the fail. Last hit of the day. Really depressed. Pretty much the same base. I guess not the same, but you know, it's close enough. Again, I do a surgical here. I don't know. I should have just delayed surgical it. There was just no point. I think if I did that, this is a 3-star and I have a 320. But that's okay. Really my only goal here was to get this rage tower. You can see I don't use a rage spell. I thought that was gonna leave me with enough power to get through this base, but again, it's just you have 1 or 2 Edrags go down early. It's really hard to have enough power to get through an entire base, even if you get a really good surgical. Normally I just like to spam. I think it's a little bit stronger. Some of them end up a little bit closer, but you know, again, they still 3-star. But yeah, we're just gonna send the queen in from up here with the log to get through these walls, do some damage to the long shot. You can see my queen goes down in a really unfortunate manner here. A lot of mistakes that just kind of compile up to the fail. We do get the sweeper on this one, so that's nice. But yeah, so you can see like just that little short time that Edrag's gonna go down low. We do a good job of keeping them alive here, I think, but I'm gonna totem soon. But they're all low and they're all spread out really far. These ones are gonna wasted minion prince ability, man. This one, a lot of mistakes made. We probably should have had the 320 today. It would have been nice to have the minion prince go over those multis in that revenge tower. But yeah, the queen goes down up here too. We send the king in to just secure the town hall. I was really scared. Maybe if I sent the king in from up here, maybe I get 3-star, but it's okay. We went 307. That was pretty good for today. I should have a video up tomorrow. If I can't get commentary, I'll still try to post. But I'm going to try and do explained hits more often for you guys. So, yeah, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching.